Hey techies, welcome back to Tech and Talk. I am here to promise you today that you will not only conquer your fear of writing the SQL queries, but also be equipped with the practical skills that you can apply to your project right away. Before we dive in, I hope you are enjoying my SQL content. If you have any question related to technology or anything else, don't hesitate to drop a comment below. Your questions are always welcome and your support by subscribing keep this channel going strong. Today's video is a game changer, especially if you have ever felt a bit shaky with the aggregate function in SQL. Stick around until the end of this video. I will make it very easy and interesting for you. Let's get started. Today we are going to talk about most asked practical scenario, or you can say project based real time scenarios based on the aggregate function in SQL. So it will not only boost your confidence but also make SQL interesting for you. In this video, if you can see on the screen, we will tackle aggregate function interview question along with a few tricks and tips for writing the SQL queries. Don't worry, I will keep it simple. We will start up with one by one. Before going to start this video, I will walk you through the tables which I am going to use for this video. So here, if you can see employee, I am having a three tables: employee, department, and job title. So in the employee table, I am having an employee ID and employee name. So you can consider I am having a employee details. And here we are having what are the departments available in the organization. That department we have stored in the department table. And in the job table, we are having a job ID with their title. And how it is relating with each other. So here if you can see in the employee table, I am using the department ID. So you can think this employee is working in IT department. See here, John Doe department ID is 1. It means it is working in IT department. Bob Johnson is working in HR department. And also in the employee table, you can see here the job ID also I am using. So John Doe's job ID is 1. It means John Doe is designation is manager and Ella Smith designation is engineer and Bob Johnson designation is sales representative. So here I have filtered this query with the top three, but actually I have inserted few other records. Let's start with the basic interview question. Calculate the total number of employees. So here, firstly, the trick here is try to figure out the important keyword from this question. So here the keyword is total number and the employee is the table name. So here the important keyword is total number and the table name. So table name is employee. It means this table. And how many records are there here? 16. So what will be your result then? 16, right? Then which aggregate function I will use here? The count. Select count of star from employee. Okay, let me check. See guys, here I'm getting the 16 as my total number. So here you can create a alias for total number. Okay, so here you will get a total number here also. So next important question is calculate the average salary of all employee. So here we are having a three important keyword: average, salary, and employee. So average will be my aggregate function, salary will be my column name, and employee is my table name. So let's see now. So what will I do here? So we have three important keyword. So here instead of count, I will use average, and instead of star, what I will use, which is my column name here, salary. Okay, and here I will make a alias as average salary and table name is same, employee. Okay, let me run this query now. So see here, I am getting the average salary from this table, employee table. Next, move on to the next important question. Find the highest salary among all employees. And what are the important keywords here? Highest, salary is my column name, and employee. So when I am saying highest, it means we have to use the maximum aggregate function. So what I will do, I will just copy paste this query and I will replace average with maximum because we want a highest salary. Here also you can give the salary only because we want a salary, highest salary. And this is my maximum salary. Okay, maximum, or you can say highest salary. So here if you can look at this table, so which will be my highest. So see here guys, I am having a 75,000 as a highest salary from this table. So 75 is my highest salary. Let me run this query now. Okay, see guys, here I am getting the 75,000 as a highest salary. This is also the same question guys. Find the lowest salary among all employees. So here also the trick is same. Only find out the what are the important keywords here. So lowest, salary and the employee. So lowest is my aggregate function name, salary is my column name and employee is my table name. When you have to calculate the lowest salary, that time you have to use the same query, only replace the maximum with the minimum. Okay, here, and this is your minimum salary, or you can say lowest salary from employee. Let me run this query. Okay, so here I am getting the 48,000 as a lowest salary. If you can see here in the employee table, so this is my lowest salary. Let's move on to the next question. Calculate the total salary expense for the company. Here, what are the important keyword here? So total, salary, and the for the company. Company means we are considering the employee table. So same table. So guys, why I am saying company means employee, because you can consider this is our organization related data, and when I am saying company, so it means we have all the employees stored in the employee table only. Okay, so let me go back to the question. What we have to calculate total salary expense from this employee table. Okay, so what I will do, I will just replace the maximum with sum, and we have to calculate the total salary. Okay, so here it will be total salary. Okay, let me run this query now. See guys, I'm getting this as a total salary from this employee table. So if you can calculate this one by one, then you will get this result. Okay, so till this point we have seen five types of aggregate functions. So what are these? Count, average, maximum, minimum and sum. So in SQL we are having only five types of aggregate functions. So remember guys, this is most important ask interview question. Let's move on to the next question. Count the number of employees in each department. Here what are the important keywords? Number of employee and in each department. Each keyword is very important here. So what I will do guys, here I will copy paste this count query because I have to calculate the total number of employees by each department. So when I am saying by each department, it means I have to use the group by. Here what I can use by department ID, because that department ID is present here. Okay, now if I am running this query, then I will get a total number, but here I am not getting the department ID. So what I will do, I will just give the department ID here. Okay, let me run this query now. Okay, here I am getting the each department ID and the total number, but so till this point, it's clear guys, right? Because here we are getting the department ID and the total number, but here we are not getting the department name. So if you want a department name, then that department name is stored in department table. And here I am not using the department table. So if I have to use this department table, then what I will use? Inner join on department, and I will create a alias here as D and here E. Okay, and in this department also I will give the D dot department ID, otherwise it will give me the conflict error. Here also it will be same, D dot department ID. Okay, now what I will do, on E dot department ID and D dot department ID. Why I am using the here the E dot department ID and D dot department ID? Because here you can see department ID is common between both these tables. So here also the department ID is there and here also there. So this is my primary key in department table, and here I am giving the foreign key reference in the employee table. Okay. So actually you want a department name. So this is not a needed. So instead of department ID, what I will do, D dot department name, and this is my total number. Let me run this query. So it will give me the error because here we are giving the department name, but that department name is invalid in the select list because it is not contained in the either aggregate function. So whatever the column you are giving here in the aggregate function, so it should be present in the group by also. So here I am adding just, okay, let me run this query again. See guys, here we are getting all the department and the total number of employees. So if you can calculate here for one, we are getting three total number, three here. Okay, let me check. Here one department ID is one. Here also it's one, and okay, here also it's one. It means we are having a three employee from department one, and same for other. Here also for two. So we have a two employees for department ID 2. Okay, let me run it again. See as one and total number of employees 3. For 2, it's 2. Let's move on to the next question. Find the average salary in each department. Let's move on to the next question. Find the average salary in each department. So what I will do here to calculate the average salary, I will copy paste this query, and instead of count, now I want a average salary. So I will use the aggregate function as average, and what I have to calculate here, instead of star I will give the salary. Okay, let me run this query now. So see guys, we're getting the average salary spending by each department. So similar guys, if interviewer is asking you to calculate the sum by each department, so just replace here the sum. Also you can, if interview is asking to calculate the maximum salary by each department or lowest salary by each department, then only just replace here the average with some maximum minimum as per the interviewer question. Now let's move on to the next question. Calculate the total salary expense for each job title. So here we are using the three different keyword. Total salary. So salary is my column name. Total means we have to calculate the total, and job title is my next another table. So here guys, what we want, calculate the total salary from each job, right? So we have this job title table also. So okay, I will write it here. Okay, so we can use here also in employee table we are having a job ID. Okay, and this job ID reference here this is primary key, and I am giving the reference in employee here. So the query will be same. I will copy this query. Okay, and here instead of department I will join on job title table now, and I will make it as alias as J here. Okay, and here instead of E dot department ID, now what is common here, job ID, job ID, and here instead of department ID, what is here, job ID, job underscore ID. This is not a D, this is J. Group by, here instead of department ID, what we are using now, job ID, job ID. This is again a J, job ID. Okay, and instead of department name, what I will give now, the title name from the job title table. So we want a each job title salary, right? Title name here. Here also it will be J dot title name. Okay. This is E dot job ID. Okay, on E, this is J. Okay. Now let me run this query now. See guys, we're getting each title from the job, and where here I'm getting the average salary. But what interviewer asks you to calculate the total salary. So you can use the sum as a, this is not a total number, this is a total salary. Let me run this query now. See guys, we're getting the total salary by for each job title. Let's move to the next question. Find the department with the highest average salary. Here, what we have to find? The department we have to identify here with the highest average salary. Only one department we have to identify here with the highest average salary. Okay, so this is a tricky interview question. So let's see. So here what we have to do here guys, we have to calculate the average salary. So I will copy paste this query for the average salary for each department. So this is the average salary. Okay. If I am running this query, then I am getting the result to calculate the average salary for each department, right? So now what interviewer asks you to get the highest salary and highest department. Okay. So what I will do here, I will do order by average salary, and we want a average salary. So what I will do here, I will order it in a descending order. Let me run this query now. So here, if you can see here, we're getting the order here by the descending. It means this is my highest salary. So how can I filter this now? So what I will do here, I will use top one. Okay. Let me run this query now. See guys, I am getting the department with the highest average salary. So guys, if interviewer asks you to find the department with the lowest average salary, then just here, just write ascending, okay, and run this query. See guys, here I am getting the lowest average salary for the administrator department. Okay, the next question here, the calculate the average salary for manager and non-manager. Okay, so this is also the tricky interview question. So I will show you how to calculate the average salary for manager and non-manager. Okay, so guys, here in the employee table, let me walk you through again. So this is a employee name, and here if you can see, we are having a manager ID also. So it means John Doe's manager is null. So there is no one is manager of John Doe. So he is like a parent. Okay. LS Smith is manager ID is 1. It means LS Smith manager is also the John Doe. Okay. So same for Charlie White, manager ID is 3. So 3 means here the employee ID is 3 means LS Smith. Okay, sorry, Charlie White manager is Bob Johnson. Same for this Grace Lee. Let's say Grace Lee, who is the what is the manager ID here? 2 means Grace Lee's manager here is Alice Smith. Okay, so you can try to understand how that table is created and how that structure is related. So based on this manager ID, you can identify who is the manager and who is the non-manager. Okay, for to simplicity, what I will do, I will break this question into two parts. So here, first part to calculate the average salary of the employee, and the second part to identify the employee's manager or non-manager. Okay, so what I will do here guys, I will copy this query for the average salary and I will paste it here. Okay, let me align this query, and this is my average salary. Let me run. So here guys, we're getting the average salary. Okay, now what I have to do, I have to identify the employee's manager or non-manager. So here what I will write, the case statement, case when sorry, when, then, else, end. So this is the basic syntax to writing the case statement. So when I am saying manager ID is null, then I am considering this as a manager. Okay, otherwise what I'm considering this as a non-manager, manager. manager. Okay, and for this column I'm considering as creating the alias as employee type. Okay, so till this point, see guys, this is not a correct because we are not using the group by here anything, since we are using the aggregate function but we are not giving anything in the group by. So what I will do here, because we have to group it by manager as well as non-manager, then I will use the same case statement here till this end. Okay, and then I will give the semicolon. Okay, now let me run this query. See guys, now we are getting the desired result. So this is the average salary for manager and this is the average salary for non-manager. So this is a tricky interview question. So remember guys how to calculate this and how we have break down the questions for simplicity purpose. So whenever you are getting this type of complex question, then break down into the chunks to make it simple. Let's move on to the next question. Find the department with an average salary greater than 60,000. Okay, so here the important keywords are average salary and the greater than, and this is the number of the salary. Okay, now let's see. So what I have to do here guys, we have to get the average salary first and then we have to identify the department having average salary greater than 60,000. So here also I am breaking this question into two parts. So let me paste the query here for the to get the average salary for each department. Here this is the query, here I am getting the average salary for each department. Now what I have to do, I have to filter out this department having the average salary is greater than 60,000. Okay, let me execute this query now. See guys, here we are getting the department having average salary greater than 60,000. Next question is, can we use the where clause along with the group by? So this is also the tricky interview question guys. So for this question, what I will do, I will paste one query here, simple query, group by along with a having. Okay, so this query is working. Okay, so what is the interviewer ask you here, can we use the where clause along with a group by? Okay, so what I will do here, I will try to give the where here, so it will not work. So here if you can see, so the guys remember here we cannot use the where clause along with a group by. Okay, so for this question I will write any sample query here. So I have pasted to get the highest salary group by department ID having a maximum salary is greater than 70,000. Okay, so this is a normal query with a having clause. So here you can see we are getting the highest salary greater than 70,000. Okay, here we are using the group by and having. But our question is, can we use the where clause along with a having? So let's say if I want only 75,000 here, then how can I use this? Where, let's say I will write salary equal to 75,000. Let me see it now. So here, see guys, we're getting the result. So it means we can use where along with having. So but only thing remember here guys, you have to give the where whenever you are using the select. So that time this is a till this point it's a normal query like select star from employee and where salary is greater than 70,000. Okay, then if you are using a group by, then that time you can use the having only. Here you cannot give the where, so where you can apply it here. Okay, remember this guys. Thank you for watching this video till the end. If you still have any question or thought, please drop me a comment below. Your support is invaluable and creating content like this require a lot of energy. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to stay updated with our latest video. Remember, don't stress yourself out, stay calm and keep practicing. I know your dedication will lead to progress. Until next time, happy learning.